2019 Manhattan Chamber Mid-Sized Business Award, which is going to the founders of a really unusual company, Warby Parker. We have two of the founders here today, Neil Blumenthal and David Gilboa, but we are missing the other two founders, Jeffrey Rader and Andrew Hunt. Warby Parker was born out of the founder's penchant for outrageous outfits, an affinity for vintage collectibles, and a strong desire to make the world better. They try to reflect the spirit in their eyewear, bringing unique, vintage-inspired designs to customers at a reasonable price. And in keeping with their desire to give back, they provide a pair to someone in need for every pair they sell. That's wonderful. Thank you. In addition, the company was conceived as an alternative to an overpriced and what they thought was a bland eyewear available on the market. Research showed that the industry is controlled by a few large companies that have kept prices extremely high, reaping huge benefits from consumers who have no other options. By circumventing traditional channels and engaging with customers directly through their website, Warby Parker provides high-quality, better-looking prescription eyewear at a fraction of the price. They eliminate the middlemen. The company has grown quickly beyond just selling on the net and has opened 6 retail stores to date in New York, Boston, and LA. Neil was determined to radically transform the eyewear industry when he and 3 friends launched Warby Parker in February of 2010. I think we need to ask them where the name came from when they get up here. He had been the director of Vision Spring, a nonprofit social enterprise that trains low-income women to start their own businesses selling affordable eyeglasses to individuals living on less than $4 per day in South Asia, Africa, and Latin America. He was responsible for developing Vision Spring's award-winning strategy and expanding Vision Spring's global presence from 1 to 10 countries. Neil was recently recognized as the young global leader by the World Economic Forum as one of the 100 most creative people in business by Fast Company. He serves on the UN Foundation Global Entrepreneurship Council. Prior to Warby Parker, David Gilboa was an associate at Merchant Bank, Allen & Company, and earlier worked at Bain & Company. He also served as special assistant to the founder and CEO of Trizetto Group and has held strategy and business development roles at Genomic Health and Crescendo Bioscience. Dave has worked extensively with not-for-profit organizations and serves as a founding member of the Entrepreneurial Board of Venture for America, an organization dedicated to mobilizing graduates as entrepreneurs in low-cost cities. Dave was born in Sweden and raised in San Diego and spends his free time in interesting pursuits. His 2 most recent conquests include trekking across Antarctica and becoming the fastest person to ever run a marathon in flamingo costume. I watched the marathon last weekend, and that was tiring enough. He aspires to one day summit Mount Everest while wearing his trusty monocle. Neil and Dave, would you please join us up here on the podium to accept your award?
Wow, we're deeply, deeply honored. And it was actually the New York City Marathon, right, the best marathon in the world, that Dave wore a pink flamingo outfit. This has really special significance to us, and especially on this day, as was mentioned earlier, sort of about a year from Sandy. I live a block from here and just saw the people in this building sort of working their butts off to get the city back together. And our office is down in Soho, so we're just incredibly grateful. But our success is really the success of New York City and of you guys for creating this amazing environment to work. There's no better place in the world for a fashion company, no better place for a tech company, no better place for a social enterprise. And it's been amazing over the last 3 years to sort of expand to over 300 people, to distribute over 500,000 pairs of glasses to people in need And that's really been because of the fertile environment here for entrepreneurs. So we're incredibly grateful for this opportunity. And also, just me personally, I actually grew up a few blocks from here, and I went to Friends Seminary, which is right on 16th and 3rd Avenue. So just to sort of be on home turf is just thank you.
And I actually grew up on the West Coast. I went to Berkeley, lived in San Francisco, and was brainwashed into thinking that if you wanted to start a company, particularly anything technology related, you had to do that in the Bay Area. And I'm just really thankful that we didn't listen to any of those voices and have made New York our home. We launched out of our apartments 3 years ago while we were full-time students, and now we have over 300 employees. We hired over 100 people here in Manhattan just this year. We just signed an 80,000 square foot lease in Soho, and are really excited to make Manhattan our permanent home, and just want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for allowing businesses like ours to thrive here in New York.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.